Hello and good evening, everybody. Welcome to Robertson Memorial Gymnasium on the campus of Roseburg High School in beautiful Roseburg, Oregon. We welcome you to high school hoops coming up on this Tuesday night here on The Score. This evening, the Roseburg Indians welcome in the North Medford Black Tornado. Usually a pretty good duel between these two teams. And tonight, the Roseburg Indians back at home for the boys basketball team. First time they've been at home in quite some time. Played 4 straight games on the road. They finally get a chance to be back here at home in front of the home crowd, in front of the pep band, and ready to go against the Black Tornado. North Medford comes in. They've lost 3 straight. They're 4-15 overall on the season, 2-5 in Southwest Conference play. On the other side, the Roseburg Indians. It's been a tough season, and they're hoping to try and put a silver lining on it with a win here tonight. They're 0-20 on the year and 0-8 in Southwest Conference play. It's the Roseburg Indians and the Black Tornadoes squaring off tonight here on The Score. Good evening, everybody. Joey Keeran here with you. It's great to have you joining us for tonight's broadcast of Roseburg High School Sports on The Score. You can find tonight's broadcast streaming live with video online at 541radio.com and on the 1490 The Score YouTube channel. Head to YouTube, search 1490 The Score, 1490, and you'll find our channel there. You can hit subscribe and get an opportunity to get notified when we go live with another broadcast of Roseburg High School sports throughout this school season. The winter sports season going on right now. Spring sports will be coming up to wrap up the 2025-2026 school year. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit the bell notification, and you can get notified when we go live with another broadcast of Roseburg High Sports. Roseburg coming off of a loss against the Willamette Wolverines in Eugene on Friday last week at the Wolverine Den, 73-55. Roseburg did lead about midway through the second quarter, but couldn't hang on to that advantage going into halftime, and were outscored in the second half as the Indians would fall in that matchup against the Wolverines. Meanwhile, the North Medford Black Tornado coming off of a loss last Tuesday. 1 week ago, they have not played since last Tuesday. They had Friday night off. They were taking on their crosstown rivals, the South Medford Panthers, and they fell in that one 60-44. North Medford got within 2 points at halftime against the Panthers, but South Medford would outscore North Medford 21-7 in the third quarter, building a comfortable lead and turning it on there to finish with that 60-44 victory against the Black Tornado. So both these teams licking their wounds a little bit here. South Medford, of course, one of the top teams in the conference, tied with Sheldon after a win last Friday night against the Irish. South Medford and Sheldon tied for first place in the Southwest Conference standings. We'll take a look at the conference standings as we make our way through tonight's Roseburg Disposal pregame show. You can let them make the run to the dump for you. Give them a call at 673-7122. That's Roseburg Disposal. Now, this is the Roseburg Disposal pregame show. We will have a look at the standings, a look at what else is going on around the Southwest Conference tonight, and more about tonight's matchup between the Indians and the Black Tornado. Before we get to all of that, though, we're going to have our Bowers Industrial pregame coaches interview coming up with head coach Brett Nixon here in just a moment. We'll have that for you coming up. Bowers Industrial, a proud supporter of our local community and youth sports. JV game going right down to the wire, 50-48. North Medford hits a couple of free throws in the closing seconds with about 5 seconds left to go. They hit 2 free throws to take the lead, and they would hang on for the victory. A 3-point attempt by Ben Palm came up just a bit short, just before the horn, and the JV team, which led most of that contest, couldn't hang on to it, and North Medford rallies for the victory in the JV game. We'll go ahead and take a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, it'll be time to have a conversation with head coach Brett Nixon. It's our Roseburg Disposal pregame show, coaches interview. And we've got that for you coming up. When we return, this is Roseburg High School basketball coming at you on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on Fourth United The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Douglas County is your home, but no matter where life takes you, Cascade Community Credit Union will be there whenever you need us. Through every adventure, we'll be there with access to over 30,000 no-fee ATMs worldwide. Through every triumph, we'll be there every step of the way with a home mortgage. And through all life's little quirks, we'll be there with one-on-one support to get you back on the road in no time. Neighbors are there for each other, and that's exactly who we are. Cascade Community Credit Union, there whenever you need us.
For over 100 years, Douglas County Farmers Co-op has been serving the needs of farmers, ranchers, and homeowners throughout Southern Oregon. Here, everyone is welcome. When you shop with us, you can expect good people, good products, and good advice. No membership needed. Just bring yourself, and we'll provide the expertise and products you need to tackle your next project. Douglas County Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop.
Of the Roseburg High School community. In every sport, every participant must play by the same rules. Now so does everyone in attendance at OSAA interscholastic events.
Back here with more of our Roseburg Disposal pregame show. You can let them make the run to the dome for you. Give them a call at 673-7122. It's time now for our Bowers Industrial pregame coaches interview. Bowers Industrial, a proud supporter of our local community and youth sports. Joining us is Coach Brett Nixon as the Roseburg Indians are back at home finally. It feels like it's been a lifetime since the Roseburg Indians were here at Robertson Memorial Gymnasium. Coach, how does it feel to have the guys? I know you guys get to practice here on a regular basis. It's not like you're out on the road sleeping in hotels. So you guys are playing, you're practicing and getting work here in this gym. But just to get back here in front of a home crowd, how does it feel for these guys to finally get that opportunity once again?
Oh, it always feels good to be at home, what you're familiar with. And so in the home crowd, and hopefully we can get the energy in the gym with the folks coming to watch the game, and hopefully we can keep that energy and produce something on the floor.
Last week, going back to the previous game against Willamette, I felt like maybe close to 2 good quarters for that team, and things kind of slipped away in the second half. How'd you feel about just kind of the way that game started, and then obviously looking at kind of how things slipped away in the second half? Just what you'd like to see go a little bit different for you guys in the second half of that ball game?
Yeah, well, I think there was some momentum stoppers, the mistakes we made where we were making some runs, getting some turnovers by them, and then we'd make a mistake and it would kind of stop our momentum. So we gotta capitalize on those moments. When we've got that momentum, we can't let that slip away. And so we just got to hold on to those opportunities.
Yeah. You guys get a chance to be back here at home. We talked about trying to build off of some of that momentum and capitalizing off of opportunities. So much about this game can be a game of runs. Is there something, and I know we've kind of maybe beat this horse to death on this one, but just getting these guys to kind of understand when those moments in a game really are, and then being able to not let them escape. Is that something you teach? Is that something you are able to make them aware? It really seems like a concept that's got to be hard to get somebody to understand if they're not just naturally grasping that.
Yeah. I mean, there's that, and then there's the one thing you can't coach is effort, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, they've got to put that on the floor, and so some of the other stuff where it's the mental part of the game. Yeah. It's not the physical stuff. It's not the fundamentals. It's just realizing when those opportunities are and making sure that you don't let those go.
Yeah. And I'm sure some of that kind of also goes along with, we've talked about it before, of playing through your offense and recognizing that it doesn't have to, even when you're down, doesn't have to always be a hurry down the floor, take up a 3-point shot to try and get yourselves back in the game. I'm sure that continues to be a point that you try to hammer home, that let's trust the process here in this one.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it happened in the last game too, where once we start getting down, then we start individualizing, guys start trying to take over the game. and we don't do well when it's 1-on-5. We play well when they're passing the ball and we're taking care of it and trusting our teammates. So we gotta stick to that game plan, and we can't let people try to take over the game individually.
Last time you guys saw North Medford, it was down there at their place. You guys were a little bit shorthanded. No Harrison Scott in that matchup. Looking at that one, do you take much away from that game that you try to utilize for tonight's matchup?
Yeah, I mean, because that gives us a good look on how we're going to match up tonight. With Harrison coming back, we are going to have some matchup problems because of their length. They do have some size on us and some quickness. So I was able to take some from that game, make a game plan, and hopefully we can execute that tonight with our matchups.
Down here, we're into the final this week 1 game, next week 2, and then 1 to finish it out. 4 games left to go on the season schedule. What do you want to see from the guys here as you guys kind of enter this stretch run of this season?
And it's kind of what I just talked about it earlier, is the effort. They know how to play the game, and there's no magical words that I'm going to say pregame or at halftime or even at a timeout. They know how to play the game, but really it comes down to the effort on the floor. If we're not beating them back and getting back on defense, they're gonna run us out of the gym. And so the rest of the year, I just want to see them leave nothing on the floor. Give me everything you have, and we'll go as deep as we need to. But just play your hearts out, and let's try to get a victory.
All right, Coach. Best of luck to you guys out there tonight.
Yeah, thanks, Trey.
That is head coach of the Roseburg boys, Brett Nixon, joining us here on the Roseburg Disposal pregame show. It's our Bowers Industrial pregame coaches interview. We'll have a look at your Southern Septic Service starting lineups coming up here in just a little while as we get closer to tip-off for this one tonight. Southern Septic Service, from residential to commercial, Southern Septic Service has your behind covered when it comes to septic tank pumping and inspections, portable toilet rentals, and grease trap cleaning. Southern Septic Service is woman and veteran-owned and a proud supporter of our local sports teams. Well, the Roseburg Indians tonight back here at home, and it's been a couple of weeks since the Indians were here at Robertson Memorial Gymnasium, playing the last 4 games on the road for the Tribe. You look back at the previous meeting down at Oakdale Middle School. Roseburg taking on North Medford down there this season, and last season as well. Roseburg's game at North Medford happened after what was about 1 year ago today. We talked about it when we were down at Oakdale Middle School, that the high school gym collapsing at North Medford, it happened on February 11th of 2025. That'll be 1 year ago tomorrow. 50% of the gym demolished. They've put up a 1,400 square foot facility for gym classes and indoor practices and weightlifting. It's a field house is what they've been calling it. But apparently at a recent school board meeting down there in Medford, Chief Operating Officer Brad Earl gave an update at the board work session. The new gym for North Medford expected by the fall of 2027, per the Rogue Valley Times article that was out here back on February 9th. So they are still a little ways away, and that tracks with some of the information I was hearing when I was down there in Medford and talking to folks down there. And that's an aggressive timeline. So hopefully they will get it all squared away. That'd be volleyball season for 2027. That'd be the 2027-2028 school year. That means you've got all of next school year where they will continue to utilize other facilities around the Medford School District, and while they continue to work on rebuilding the gym at North Medford. The last time Roseburg played North Medford, it was at Oakdale Middle School, which is not a bad gym to play some basketball in. North Medford led 46-20 at halftime, and Roseburg was without Harrison Scott in that one. North Medford hitting 6 3-pointers. Roseburg had just 1. Roseburg also struggled at the free throw line, going 2 for 11 in that matchup. Last year, Roseburg lost both their games against the Black Tornado as well, losing here at home 66-51 and falling 71-43 at North Medford last year. Since over the last 12 seasons, I should say, Roseburg is just 4-24 against North Medford. This has always been a very competitive program. North Medford, they had the bye on Friday And so they have been off since last Tuesday when they had that matchup against their rival South Medford. That one was close early. North Medford going on a run, getting it within 2 points at halftime. South Medford, though, outscoring North Medford 21-7 in the third quarter, building a comfortable lead. North Medford 1 of 13 on three-pointers in that contest. So they struggled with their shooting just a bit against a very good Panthers team, and that was at South Medford High School. Always a difficult place to get a game in and get a good battle there. North Medford, the road team in that setting, and I got to imagine those matchups are always so competitive and really good turnouts where you get a very great atmosphere for some basketball. Taking a look at the Southwest Conference standings, Sheldon is in first place at 7-1. They're ranked number 19 in the OSAA Power Rankings. South Medford is number 20 in the power rankings. After a win over Sheldon, they are 7-1 as well. The only losses for both the top teams have been against each other. They're both 15-6 on the year. Number 28, Grants Pass, getting a win over South Eugene to move to 5-3 and take over third place in the conference. South Eugene at number 30 sits in fourth place at 4-3. And the Axe right there on the bubble of the playoffs, looking as if right now they possibly could be getting in. Number 41, North Medford at 2-5. They'd have a lot of work to do to try and get into the playoffs. Number 43, Willamette at 2-6. And then Roseburg at number 49 at 0-8 in the Southwest Conference. That is a look at how things go there. Coming up for Roseburg, they will be hosting South Medford on Tuesday next week. Roseburg has Friday off. They host South Medford next Tuesday. Then they go to Sheldon on Friday. So next week they got to play the two teams that are tied for first place. And then they've got South Eugene to finish out the season here at home on the 24th. All right, it is time to get this one underway. We'll take our final break of the Roseburg Disposal pregame show. We'll come back with your Southern Septic Service starting lineups on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM at 1490 AM.
When it comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth Management today. Financial security allows you the freedom to take stock of what's important and build lasting bonds. We share your goals. Trust Palm Wealth Management to consolidate your investments and generate income for those who need you most. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Junior, number 1, Brady Patterson.
Back here at Roseburg High School. Let's meet tonight's starting lineups. Brought to you by Southern Septic Service. North Medford Black Tornado, under the leadership of head coach Scott Blankenhorn in his 24th year. His starting five will be number 1, Brady Patterson, a junior guard, averaging 5.9 a game. At a wing position, a junior at 6'4", Liam Ray, averaging 16.1 points a game. Jackson Zimmer is a senior at 6'3", averaging 3.4 a game. A sophomore, 5'10" guard, Zycam Tuivanu Robinson, averaging 5.1 a game. And then a freshman, Brian Nunez, averaging 12.4 a game for the Black Tornado. On the other side for your Roseburg Indians, led by head coach Brett Nixon in his first year with the program. His starting five will look familiar. Harrison Scott, the senior, getting the start tonight, along with Tristan Frabel, a junior. Jaden Kimmerly is a senior at 6'2". Preston Sprague, a junior at 6'5", averaging 7.9 a game. And then Gannon Egbert, a junior at 6'3", averaging 2.8 per game. Their starting five for Roseburg. Leading scorer Harrison Scott at 17.8 points per game. Last time against North Medford, Harrison Scott did not play. Roseburg will utilize pretty much the entire bench throughout the game. Pretty much 8 of the 11 players on the roster have played 85% of games this year. Injuries keeping out a couple of guys some. And the 3 players out of that 8 are mostly the swing guys up from the JV team. Getting ready for the opening tip. It is Roseburg in white, North Medford in red. And we get ready to go for this one here tonight. Preston Sprague tipping against Liam Ray, and the tip is won by Roseburg. Harrison Scott dumps it over the top. Shot gets swatted for Egbert. He will dribble it out as Roseburg will get a second look in the opening possession. Find the open man underneath. It's Preston Sprague. Ball goes through his hands and out of bounds, and Roseburg will turn it over on what was a second chance opportunity. So North Medford, got tipped out by North Medford. Roseburg does keep it, and they'll lob into the backcourt. Preston Sprague is there to get it. They'll bring it into the front court, hands it off to Harrison Scott, dribbles to the left side of the floor, draws out with 12 on the shot clock. Sprague will whip it to the right side at the wing. Frabel, double team, and the zone defense from North Medford. Tried to feed it in the middle. It's taken away. Up the floor, Liam Ray across the key. Gets it to his teammate. That is Brady Patterson, who is there for the first points of the night for North Medford. But breaking the press on the other side, it is Tristan Frabel that gets out in front, and Roseburg's able to tie this one up in the opening minute. Dump out to the top. A 3 ball is on target right through the netting for Brian Nunez. And in front goes North Medford. Quick pass to the far side. Frabel, jab step into the left corner. Will toss it out, looking to drive, puts his head down, cut off. Harrison Scott thought about a 3 from the left wing, doesn't take it. The big man Sprague out at the top, works it to the right side into the hands of Kemmerly, dumps it down underneath. Egbert trying to back his way in, has the ball tipped out of his hands and across the baseline. 11 seconds on the shot clock, 6:37 to go here in the first quarter. It is North Medford 5-2. And we get a foul or a whistle away from the basketball. They're going to call a foul on Liam Ray. He will get whistled for the first foul of the night. Got called for holding as Roseburg was trying to run their inbound play. It goes out to the top for Frabel. To the left side for Sprague. He retreats a little bit. Tries to send it into the left corner. And the ball is knocked out of bounds on the far side. That foul gave Roseburg a fresh shot clock, so there is 29 on the shot clock now. Inbound into the near corner for Kemmerly. Got it to Frabel. Double team on the zone defense. Tips the ball out to Kemmerly. He walked with the basketball. Gets a pass away into the near corner off the back iron. Three-pointer doesn't go down for Harrison Scott, but Scott will steal it in the backcourt. Dumps it off to Kemmerly. Got a defender in the air. Hook shot goes down. Jaden Kemmerly capitalizes on the second chance there for Roseburg after the steal. Out to the top, Patterson drives right hand, gives it off to Ray. Ray drives all the way to the rim on the left side with the offhand, keeps the defense off him, and he will score. Pressure in the backcourt for the Black Tornado. Racing into the front court goes Harrison Scott. on the left side. Toss it across the floor to Frable. Frable into the middle. 2 white jerseys there, but a red jersey steps in front. That's Ray with the steal. Out to Patterson, a 3 on the far side. It goes right into the hands of Preston Sprague as the ball came up short. Sprague pass in the backcourt. And now a jump ball called. Sprague tried to feed it to Harrison Scott in the backcourt, and the ball was picked off. North Medford will have it, and the possession arrow will favor the Black Tornado with 5:32 to go here in the first quarter. It's a 3-point game, 7-4. North Medford in front. Inbound to Ray on the right side. Turnaround jumpers well short, right underneath. An offensive board, and that one rolls off the rim for Jackson Zimmer. Roseburg fighting pressure in the backcourt. Kemmerly gets it across the timeline up the floor to Frable. He is getting pressured out near midcourt. Gets harassed by 2 defenders. Taken away by North Medford, and a lay-in by Tui Vanu Robinson. And a timeout taken by Roseburg with a 9-4 score and 5:12 to go here in the first quarter. Roseburg will take their first time out of the night. Let's go ahead and get a 30-second timeout on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
County is your home, but no matter where life takes you, Cascade Community Credit Union will be there whenever you need us. Through every adventure, we'll be there with access to over 30,000 no-fee ATMs worldwide. Through every triumph, we'll be there every step of the way with a home mortgage. And through all life's little quirks, we'll be there with one-on-one support to get you back on the road in no time. Neighbors are there for each other, and that's exactly who we are. Cascade Community Credit Union, there whenever you need us.
Tonight's game brought to you by Barnes Heating and Cooling, your complete energy company. Visit barnesheatingandcooling.com or call them at 541-459-1545. The inbound pass gets up the floor to Tristan Frable for a 2. It was a long 2 for Frable. He's got 4 points to get this game started. It is 9-6. Cutting baseline. The shot rolls off. Put back attempt by Patterson. No good, but he gets his own rebound and out to the top. North Medford will get another look. Driving in right to the rim. And Liam Ray able to roll it right over the front of the iron. 11-6. Out to a 5-point lead again. Driving, Egbert makes the pass down to Sprague. Too strong on his lay-in attempt. Fight for it underneath. And out off of North Medford. So Roseburg will keep the possession underneath their own basket. They will inbound. 4:27 to go. We are waiting for them to resume play here. Toss out to the top for Frable. Sets up on the left side, crossover. Attacking to the left elbow. Back out, deep 3 by Harrison Scott. Just a bit short. Rebound came down to Preston Sprague. Contact, he lost it. It goes to Gannon Egbert, and then a whistle. And Egbert will draw a foul. Let's go ahead and pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Roseburg basketball on the score.
Quinn Scott and Demarius Harris into the North Medford lineup.
Inbound out to the top. 2 team fouls against North Medford so far, none against Roseburg. Attacking with the right hand, Frable. Jump stop down in the right blocks and whistled for a travel. So Roseburg had the second chance there after a whistle drawn by Egbert, but they give it back to North Medford. It goes to what Coach Brett Nixon was talking about. The team's just got to recognize when they've got these extra opportunities, got to take advantage of them. Out at the top, they whip it left side, feed it quickly underneath, and right there is Liam Ray. He's got 6 in the quarter. It's 13-6. 7-point lead for North Medford. Tip pass up the floor, makes it to Frable. A touch pass to Sprague, and Sprague will finish at the rim. That was some pretty ball work there. Quickly up the floor, though. 3 from the left side, rattles out underneath Sprague with the rebound. 3:34 to go. It's 13-8. Roseburg trailing by 5. Harrison Scott goes right down the lane, try to make a nifty pass behind the back, get down deep. Went in and out of the hands of Gannon Egbert after it was tipped. Wrestle for it on the floor, loose ball. The possession arrow is going to favor Roseburg on the jump ball. So the Indians will have it underneath their own hoop with 23 seconds on the shot clock. 3:23 to go in the first period. Harrison Scott triggers it inbounds, gets it to Egbert. He bounces it right back to Harrison. will dribble it out to the top. Bounce pass away to Frable and a whistle. They're going to call that foul against Tuivanu Robinson. That'll be the third on North Medford. Tuivanu Robinson will check out of the game. New man in, we'll tell you in a moment. As into the corner, it's Jaden Kemmerly for three. And he makes it a 2-point game. 13-11, 3:06. Ray from the right elbow, too strong. Rebound tipped into the hands of Harrison Scott. Kemmerly doing a nice job boxing out underneath and getting the tip to a teammate. Harrison Scott pulls up for a quick jumper from the left elbow, and Harrison Scott will tie it on his first points of the night. We're knotted at 13 apiece. Quickly up the floor for North Medford. Trapped underneath, send it out to the top to Ray. He drives right side against Frable, leans in, tries to lay it in. It does not go, and down with the rebound is Sprague. Up the floor, Sprague got free in the middle, spins to the rim, lays it off the glass, and it goes down. Preston Sprague with 4, and Roseburg's got the lead at 15-13. Their first lead of the night. Into the corner, Ray tosses it out to the top to Demarius Harris is into the game. So is Quinn Scott, who launches a three. It rattles out. Loose ball, and Roseburg can't control it. They had it, couldn't secure it. So back into the hands for the Black Tornado. Roseburg leading by 2, 15-13. Checking into the game will be Tuivanu Robinson. Comes in for the freshman Brian Nunez. Nunez had 17 the last time against Roseburg. He's averaging in double figures as a freshman. Inbound from the baseline, out to the top. Patterson, head fake, gets free for a left wing three. It's off the front iron, and the rebound ripped down by Preston Sprague. Roseburg taking some time as they work the ball up the court. Into the front court. Double team comes, trying to trap Kemmerly. Ball tipped. Oh, I thought it went into the trash can on the far side. Did not go down. 2:02 to go here in the first. Kemmerly will inbound from the corner. Goes right down to the left blocks. Turnaround jumper. Egbert gets it to fall. Gannon will get his first of the night, and Roseburg's got a 4-point lead. Quickly, North Medford wastes no time getting the ball down the floor. They enter it in underneath. Kick out to the left side. With it is Ray. He drives in, gets in the air, gets hammered. That'll be the first foul called against Roseburg here in the first quarter. And this one goes against Gannon Egbert, his first. It'll be a shooter, so at the line will be Liam Ray. Tonight's game brought to you by Flyway Travel. Contact the travel experts at Travel Leader, Flyway Travel. Make sure you have an agent in your corner. Give them a call at 541-672-5701. First one goes down for Liam Ray. Second one for the lefty also goes down. And they're going to wave it off as there was a lane violation. So they get 1 out of 2 on that one. Gannon Egbert will check out of the game as Marcus Lobo will come in for the Tribe. Egbert will get a breather. Senior Marcus Lobo getting in. Hesitation, dribble up the far sideline. And stepping on the sideline was Harrison Scott. It'll turn it back over to North Medford. That press has given Roseburg some issues. They got to continue to be smart, trying to break it. 1:40 to go here in the first period. Largest lead for Roseburg was 4. It's currently 3. On the left side, attacking. Harris pulls up for the 10-footer, no, but the rebound comes right back to him. Kicks out. Patterson, a 3 from just the left side of the top of the arc. And Patterson has his first 3 of the night. We are tied at 17. And Roseburg again facing the press in the backcourt. And it is knocked away. Loose ball, fighting for it. It's saved in. It'll go to North Medford. Up the floor, a dunk by Liam Ray. And back in front goes North Medford. And Roseburg will try to answer on the other side. Harrison Scott draws it out. Sets up in the half court. Attacks, drives in. Too strong off the glass. Rebound to the Black Tornado. Racing up the floor. Here they come. Hesitation. Harris attacks. Kicks out. Out to the top. Driving in is Scott. Into the left corner. Ray, the high arcer 3. No. Rebound comes down to the Black Tornado again. On the right elbow. Kick out to the top. Tuivanu Robinson into the left corner for Scott. He's got a second look at a 3. And there's a push in the back by Harrison. Saw it from up here. Gave the shove, extended the arm, pushed him in the back, and it'll be a foul. Harris will pick up his first. Liam Ray will check head to the bench. He subs out. Nunez will come into the game. So did Jackson Zimmer back into the contest. Harris will check out. Roseburg with Lobo, Frable, Scott, Sprague, and Kemmerly out on the floor. Down to the final 31 seconds to go here in this first quarter. Tie ball, 19-17, North Medford in front. Out to Kemmerly, a lob out by Frable. He drives in. Kemmerly throws one up wild. It doesn't go. Shot clock off. 17 seconds to go. Up the floor. Patterson drives to the free throw line. Gives it up to Tuivanu Robinson. Back out a three. Zimmer off the mark. Down to Preston Sprague. 7 seconds. Kemmerly with it. Some time. He'll send it across the floor. Harrison Scott from well beyond the arc. Ooh. Kind of almost looked like it had a chance, but it does not quite go. We go to the end of the first quarter. It's 19-17, and in front is North Medford. Back after a 1-minute timeout on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM at 1490 AM. Tonight's game brought to you by DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop. In the second quarter, 8 minutes on the board, a 2-point game. North Medford leading 19-17. Black Tornado led by as many as 5 in that first period. Roseburg had a lead of as much as 4. Open man underneath, cutting to the rim. Wide open is Jackson Zimmer. And out to a 4-point lead, North Medford in front. They will harass Frable in the backcourt. Racing up in across the timeline is Harrison Scott. Into the corner for Jaden Kemmerly. Got the defense in the air. Drove in, and he pauses underneath. Gets the defense to jump once again and gets a defender on his back. He'll draw a whistle. That'll be the first of the second quarter for North Medford. They call that foul against Demarius Harris, who had checked back in to start out the second quarter and quickly picks up his second. Inbound goes to Kemmerly. He is trapped on the far side. We'll get it out to Sprague at the top. Preston fires a pass into the corner. Back out to the top. Bounce pass and reset with Frable out between the circles. Looking for a screen. He goes opposite. Drives with the right hand. Splits 2 defenders and gets a whistle. 7:15 to go for opening 45 seconds in this one. A hold. That call against Brian Nunez. Liam Ray is going to check back into the game. They gave him a quick breather. Harris will check out of the game with his 2 fouls. Seems to be disappointed as he heads to the bench. Inbound to Kemmerly in the left corner. He takes off, drives in, and another whistle. They'll call the foul on the floor. They call that foul against Brady Patterson. Lob out to Kemmerly on the inbound. Fresh 35 for Roseburg, trailing by 4. 3 from the far corner is good. Jaden Kemmerly hits his second of the night. And Roseburg's back within 1. Jump stop, kick out. Patterson tries to answer. It's short. Rebound pulled down by Preston Sprague. He's got a defender slapping all over his wrist. No whistle. North Medford with the takeaway. Out of bounds on an entry pass underneath. Intended for Liam Ray. And it is Roseburg to get the basketball back. Tristan Frable in the backcourt. Gets it across to Kemmerly. Double team comes to get him. Bounces it away. Finds the open man in the middle. That's Preston Sprague. Roseburg doing a decent job of breaking the press. Has the lead back, but on the other direction we go. North Medford quickly answers to retake the lead. and then they steal it on the inbound pass. Ray had that last two. Now looking to drive and attack is Nunez, and he will draw a whistle.
Foul number 2, Marcus Lobo.
They call the foul against Marcus Lobo. That'll be his first. Driving in, two-hand flush. Throwing it down the cylinder is Liam Ray. He's got 4 in the period, 13 in the ball game. It is 25-22. Up the floor, ball poked away, knocked to the floor goes Harrison Scott, and missed the open lay-in was Patterson, and the only Roseburg player down there, Marcus Lobo, gets the rebound. And now we're going to get a whistle in the backcourt as Lobo tried to dribble away from pressure.
North Medford foul number 1.
So the foul this time goes against Brady Patterson, who picks up his second. He'll head to the bench. Back into the game comes Quinn Scott. Harrison Scott will bring it across the timeline, goes to the left hand, and there's an offensive as Marcus Lobo tried to set a screen, leaned out of his way to get in front of the defender, and Marcus Lobo quickly picks up his second foul. And looking to check in will be Gannon Egbert. Egbert will come in for Marcus Lobo. Coach Plankenhorn hollering directions from the bench for his Black Tornado club. And an offensive foul away from the basketball. The foul was against Liam Ray, who picks up his second. And that is the 5th on North Medford. So Roseburg into the bonus. Will be shooting free throws here the rest of this first half with 5:39 to go. Harrison Scott brings the ball up the floor into the front court for Roseburg, trailing by 3, 25-22, 5:30 to go in the first half. It's been a back and forth ball game. Out at the top, Tristan Frabel driving from the free throw line. No, underneath, fight for the rebound. Last touch by the Black Tornado. Tui Vanu Robinson fighting with Preston Sprague underneath. Harrison Scott does the inbound out to the top for Frabel. Around the defender, left side, goes into the middle and drew a big crowd. Saved back in by Tui Vanu Robinson after he blocked his shot. Up the floor comes Zimmer on the left side, hands it back to Tui Vanu Robinson, looks to attack, jump back, sends it out to the top. Zimmer with a look at a straightaway three, and he will hit it. Jackson Zimmer will make it 28-22. 6-point lead, largest for North Medford on the night. Harrison Scott bounces one up the sideline, nearly picked off by Quinn Scott, but he fumbles it out of bounds into the first row of the bleachers. 3 threes so far for North Medford, just 2 for Roseburg. Inbound into the backcourt, Harrison Scott. Bring it up over the right side, goes back to his left side, dribbles around a defender. Defender goes by, pulls up, and he'll drop in the jumper from 15 feet. Harrison Scott with another 2. Roseburg back within 4. Out to the top, Zimmer with the dribble. Kicks out left corner, driving in out to the far side, and another offensive foul. Cameron Ragu sent it away. The whistle, they call that foul on Ragu.
Foul number 13, Cameron Ragu.
And Ragu will pick up his first. Cameron Ragu, first time into the game in the backcourt. Harrison Scott had the ball picked off by Tui Vanu Robinson. He picked his pocket. Robinson missed a point-blank lay-in. Got his own rebound, though, and gets it out to Nunez, who will hit a 3 instead. Up the floor, Preston Sprague will make a spin move to the basket in transition, and he hits that one. It is 31-26, other direction, and the ball knocked out of bounds. I believe a foul called on this one. It is against Roseburg's Tristan Frabel, whistled for the foul. That'll be the second on Roseburg. Inbound for Tui Vanu Robinson. Sends it out to Nunez. Catch and head fake, drives in, gets to the rim, puts it off the glass. and puts it down.
Brian Nunez.
So Nunez stretches it back out to a 7-point game. That's the largest of the night. Tristan Frabel able to weave his way around the defense, gets to the rim, puts up a wild shot. It almost went, does not fall. Quickly up in transition, pass too far out in front of Nunez, and it goes out of bounds. Gannon Egbert will get it in for Harrison Scott. And that ball easily turned over. Scott tried to pass it into the middle. There was nobody there for him. A three-point attempt by Zimmer was well short. Rebound was initially pulled down by Keeran Ragu, and then he lost it. Preston Sprague got it. He was getting forced out of bounds, and he threw it off of a North Medford player to get Roseburg the basketball. 3:19 to go. Egbert works a pass around the defender, gets it to Frabel. Roseburg has North Medford on the run. Pull-up jumper from the free throw line, spins around and out for Tristan Frabel. Here comes Tuivanu Robinson. He'll take it coast to coast and banks it in. Out to a 9-point game for North Medford. Egbert up the floor, gets to the free throw line, almost travels, sends it out to the top, and is going to toss it into the backcourt. Another turnover by Roseburg. Into the game will come Griffin Carr.
Griffin Carr into the North Medford lineup.
Quinn Scott will come into the game. North Medford leading by 9, 35-26. Ball pass goes to the free throw line. Brian Nunez open, nobody right on him. He turns around and will bury the jumper. Roseburg tries to break the press, get up the floor. Strong shot by Frabel as he gets knocked to the floor. It's off the mark, and down with it is North Medford. 2.5 to play. Lead out at 11. Tuivanu Robinson, jump pass into the corner. Zimmer a three, no. Scott underneath gets the board. Outlet pass down the floor. He finds Preston Sprague, and his lay-in rolls out. He was open, beat the defense down, and now the other direction. Tuivanu Robinson, no, but Ragu there for the offensive board. His putback, no, but gets a second look at it. And Keeran Ragu will get the bucket. North Medford going on the run. Roseburg's had their chances. Shots just won't go for them. Find the open man. This time Sprague will get it to go down. So Roseburg stops the bleeding there as they get a bucket to make it an 11-point game. Going down is Gannon Egbert, and he's going to get whistled for the blocking foul. 1:38 to go in the first half. Gannon Egbert picks up his second, tried to step in front and take a charge. Got run over, but he was out of position. Timeout taken out, down on the floor. Timeout taken, and we will take a 30-second timeout as well. Score here in the second quarter, North Medford 39, Roseburg 28 on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
At Douglas County Farmers Co-op, we want your four-legged friends to be healthy and happy. That's why we stock a carefully curated selection of pet, equine, and livestock supplies. From the premium foods your pets crave to grooming and show supplies that help you shine in the show ring, you'll find it at Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Our knowledgeable staff are here to help with those tough pet and livestock care questions. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
Appreciate everybody tuning in and joining us. Tonight's game is streaming with a live video simulcast at 541radio.com and on the 1490 The Score YouTube channel. Make sure you hit that subscribe button to follow Roseburg High sports throughout the school year. Tonight's game brought to you by Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County. 39-28 our score here with 1:38 to go in the second quarter. North Medford basketball out of the timeout. Both teams have used one. Inbound pass tipped out by Gannon Egbert. And now North will inbound from in front of the Roseburg bench. Down to our left. Inbound goes into the backcourt for Nunez, who will bring it into the front court. Dribbles right side. Gets to the elbow. Drives high off the glass with the right hand. Nunez drops in another one. 41-28. Back out to a 13-point lead. Sprague brings it into the front court. Jump pass almost into the hallway. And a turnover by Roseburg. Nunez looks to Coach Blankenhorn for direction as he brings it into the front court. Between the leg dribble for the freshman. Hooks a pass to Zimmer on the left wing. Bounce it underneath to Ragu, working against Sprague. His shot too strong. Roseburg can't once again hang on to a basketball. It goes off of one player, off of another player, and then out of bounds. And North Medford will get a fresh shot clock and another look at it. Nunez inbounding underneath his own basket. Into the corner for Scott. Gets it back. Drives with the left hand. Pulls up at the free throw line. It rims out, and this time securing the basketball is Sprague. Roseburg will get the stop, and North Medford retreats. Not a full press in the backcourt. Now they try to trap in the front court. Scott gets it to Egbert. Turns around from the left, blocks. No. Rebound tipped up. Egbert fights for another one. Gets trapped in the middle. Puts up a shot. It rims out again. Good effort underneath for Gannon Egbert, but he just cannot buy a bucket from right underneath. 28 seconds to go. Pressure out near midcourt for the Indians. Harrison Scott now marking against Nunez. Crossover dribble. Goes right. They switch. Egbert will take the freshman. Screen, pass it away. Quinn Scott gives it back to Nunez, waiting for the clock to wind down here. They're looking for the last shot of the first half. Nunez, right side, gives it away. Head fake. Quinn Scott into the corner. Back out. Nunez, a three just before the horn. Yep. Just before the shot clock and just before the first half expires, Brian Nunez hits his third three of the first half. And we'll go to the halftime break with our score, 44-28. North Medford in front of Roseburg. We're going to have, I believe, some unified basketball coming up here at the halftime break, so stay tuned for that. 44-28 is our score. The halftime show coming up. We'll have a look at your stat update brought to you by Winston Auto Care. Back after this 2-minute timeout on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Roseburg Disposal, we're dedicated to meeting your garbage service needs. Started in 1932 by brothers Norm and Orville John, Roseburg Disposal continues to be owned and operated by the John family today, now in its third generation. Providing residential and commercial garbage disposal and recycling, we serve the greater Roseburg area. Invested in our community, our company has participated in many community projects, both financially and through donated services. Committed to our customers and our community, Roseburg Disposal.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
Here at the halftime break, we've got unified basketball. It's inter-squad scrimmage for the Roseburg team. Unified Basketball, partnering students with and without disabilities and giving everyone a chance to play. It is always fun to see these Unified athletes out there competing. A lot of good programs around Douglas County in Unified Basketball. Sutherland, Douglas all have teams, and Roseburg with one as well. So good to see a lot of that going on around the county. Right now, our score at the halftime break is 44-28. North Medford leading against Roseburg.
Let's give it up for Bryson.
Roseburg trailing against North Medford. The Indians led by as much as 4 in the first quarter. North Medford led by as much as 5 in that opening period. It was a 2-point game at the end of the first quarter. 19-17 was the score. But then North Medford would outscore Roseburg 25-11 in the second quarter. And that gives them the 16-point lead at the halftime break for the North Medford Black Tornado. 5 threes in the first half for North Medford. Roseburg with 2 threes in the first half. North Medford was 1 for 2 at the free throw line, and Roseburg did not have a single free throw attempt in that first quarter, or that first half. We'll take a look at individual statistics as things continue here at the halftime break. We'll look at those Winston Auto Care individual stats. Winston Auto Care, your home team for auto repair for over 25 years. Give them a call at 541-679-8685. Unified basketball here at halftime from Stuart W. Robertson Memorial Gymnasium, where our Southwest Conference varsity matchup score is 44-28. North Medford in front of Roseburg. We will go ahead and take a 2-minute timeout. We'll come back with a look at the individual stats on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
When it comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth Management today. Financial security allows you the freedom to take stock of what's important and build lasting bonds. We share your goals. Trust Palm Wealth Management to consolidate your investments and generate income for those who need you most. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
At Robertson Memorial Gymnasium tonight, Unified basketball going on here at the halftime break. It's time now for a look at our Winston Auto Care stat update from the first half. 44-28, North Medford in front of Roseburg, leading the visiting Black Tornado in double figures. 15 points for Brian Nunes, who scores 12 in the second quarter. Also 13 points in the game for Liam Ray. Also for North Medford, 5 points for Brady Patterson. 5 points for Jackson Zimmer. 4 for Zykem Tuivanu Robinson. 2 points in the game for K-Man Ragu. On the other side for Roseburg, in double figures is Preston Sprague. He had 6 in the second quarter and finishes with 10 in the first half. 18 points for Jaden Kemmerly. He's hit a couple of threes. 4 points for Harrison Scott. 4 points for Tristan Frabel. 2 points for Gannon Egbert. That is your scoring from the first half of this one. Looking elsewhere around the conference tonight, no scores to report. Games just getting underway. But you've got South Medford at Grants Pass, a big opportunity for the Cavemen. If they could pull off an upset at home, that would be a big one against South Medford, which just beat Sheldon to take a portion of first place in the Southwest Conference standings. So Grants Pass in third place has an opportunity to maybe knock off one of the conference leaders. They are just getting underway from Heater Newman. Also underway just moments ago from the Wolverine Den, South Eugene at Willamette, as the Axe and the Wolverines are squaring off here tonight. Unified basketball going on here, so we get a bit of an extended halftime show as they get to celebrate getting their opportunity to play in front of the home crowd. Always fun to see, and glad they got the opportunity to do that. The halftime break, our score 44-28. We'll go ahead and take a 1-minute timeout as we wrap up the halftime show. We'll come back with a look ahead towards the second half when we come back on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Turn your home into your dream sanctuary with help from Douglas County Farmers Co-op. For over 100 years, we've carried everything you need to keep your garden and crops green and growing, including a large selection of soil mixes, composts, fertilizers, and other soil amendments. You'll also find stones, boulders, gravel, and more to add structure and diversity to your yard. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
At the halftime break, teams out of the locker room and getting warmed up to get the second half underway. Joey Keeran here with you. Happy to have you joining us for tonight's broadcast of Roseburg High School Sports here on The Score. Tonight's game brought to you by McClendon Smokehouse, a family-owned meat shop and smokehouse offering a wide selection of plus fresh produce, baked goods, and a general grocery selection. Stop by on West Harvard Avenue. That's McClendon Smokehouse. And tonight's game brought to you by Gibbs RV Superstore. You gotta get to Gibbs. So we've got the second half coming up here moments away. Roseburg trailing by their widest margin at 16. Looking to try and rally coming up here in the second half of tonight's ball game. For North Medford, coming up for them, they will be at South Eugene, the Purple Pit, coming up on Friday. And then they will head to Grants Pass for their game after that on Tuesday next week, playing at Heater Newman. Roseburg, as we've told you earlier in the broadcast, down to its final 3 games after tonight. They've got South Medford coming up 1 week from today here at home. They go to Eugene next Friday, a week from this coming Friday. They'll take on the Sheldon Irish in Eugene. That's an earlier start time, so if you are looking to tune in, Roseburg and Sheldon will square off at 5:15, and we go on the air at 5 o'clock on Friday, February 20th. And then senior night, the season finale here at home, Roseburg and South Eugene will square off a 6:45 start time for that one or thereabouts. And our broadcast will start at about 6:30 that evening. All right, just about time to get this second half underway. Roseburg and North Medford The Black Tornado leading by their biggest margin of the night, looking to try and come out and make a statement early, see if they can run away with a victory here this evening against Roseburg. Teams will take the floor for Roseburg. Egbert, Scott, Sprague, Frabel, and Kemmerly, your starting five out there to get things underway. And Roseburg will start with the basketball. Inbound goes to Egbert. Double team trapping him on the sideline. Gets it away to Scott. And Roseburg will be able to set up in the half court. Harrison Scott going to try to do the damage himself. Launches a deep three. No. Rebound comes down to Brian Nunez. Nunez pass across the floor intended for Liam Ray. And Ray, harassed by Roseburg's defense, tried to send a behind-the-back pass to a teammate and sends it instead into his own bench. And a turnover by the Black Tornado to start their first possession of the second half. Attacking, Harrison Scott loses the basketball, taken away up the floor. Nobody going to catch Brady Patterson, who lays it off the backboard and will put it to Liam Ray, who then picks up a technical. That was admittedly pretty nasty. And Liam Ray then gets whistled for a technical. So we will go the other direction, and it'll be Harrison Scott to put in to attempt a couple of technical free throws. He hits the first. That is the first free throw of the night for Roseburg.
Harrison Scott at the line to shoot. One remaining shot.
Harrison gets them both. And Roseburg will get the possession. That was electric. I'm pretty sure that Brady Patterson intended to put it off the backboard, and Liam Ray following it up throws it down. Liam Ray actually picked up a technical against Roseburg when the two teams met down in Medford earlier this season. Roseburg basketball into the backcourt, behind the back dribble, Egbert. It's picked off by Tuivanu Robinson. They tried to lob it to Liam Ray, who is looking like he just wants to keep trying to find ways to dunk here tonight. Tristan Frabel lobs it up the floor. Preston Sprague will put an off-balance shot through. And Roseburg will get a couple, but leaking out the other direction is Brady Patterson, and he will get another two for North Medford. It is 48-32. Lost the handle. Harrison Scott gives it away, and there's Brady Patterson again. 50-32. And now a whistle stops things. His timeout by Roseburg with 6:36 to go in the third quarter. We'll go ahead and get a 30-second break in here. Roseburg trailing 50-32 on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Financial security allows you the freedom to take stock of what's important and build lasting bonds. We share your goals. Trust Palm Wealth Management to consolidate your investments and generate income for those who need you most. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Brook Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with Lotus Media Group, LLC.com.
.636 to go. Tonight's game brought to you by Palm Wealth Management, a member of D.A. Davidson Company, member SIPC. Out of the timeout by the Tribe, we got 6:36 left to go in this third quarter. 18-point deficit for the Tribe. That is their largest margin of deficit. Inbound goes to Kemmerly. Splits the defense with a bounce pass to Harrison Scott, but it got poked away. He loses it. And then Harrison Scott whistled as he... No, actually, sorry, Brian Nunez is going to get whistled for one here.
Roseburg foul number 3, Harrison Scott.
Or did they flip it now? Initially, they said it was on Nunez. Okay, I guess they did end up giving it to Scott. Scott lost it, tried to track it down, and he stumbled his way into the legs of a North Medford player. So I thought he was going to get the foul, but then saw them signal number 12 was the foul on. Driving in, Nunez kicks it out to Patterson, has a look at a three. It nearly goes down, but spits back out. Out of the cup for Patterson. Lob a pass across the floor to Frabel. And we need a clock reset here, the shot clock. Apparently either didn't start or something happened there with, I think, the shot clock. They'll put it down to 28 seconds. And Roseburg will get it on the far side. Egbert gets it into Scott. The senior dribbles it out towards midcourt. Gets double teamed, fires it to Preston Sprague, tries to send it to Egbert, off the mark with the pass, up the floor to Ivanu Robinson, feeds it to Liam Ray, who gets hit as he goes up. And Liam Ray is going to head to the free throw line. A foul on Preston Sprague, who fouled out in his last game, and I've got that down as his first. They haven't put it up on the scoreboard, but I think that is Preston's first. At the line, Liam Ray will put down the free throw. Second one coming to try and make it a 20-point game, and he will. Both free throws go through, 52-32. As we are a couple minutes here into the third quarter. Long pass up the floor to Kemmerly in the far corner. Was looking to get it to Egbert in the middle. Instead sends it all the way across the floor to Frabel. Lost the handle on it. Couldn't touch it again. It trickles into the hands of North Medford. And right to the rim with an easy lay-in goes Jackson Zimmer. And North Medford is rolling here in the third quarter. Going right to the rim. Gannon Egbert's finger roll came up just a bit short. And a carry called against North. They'll turn it over. 5:19 to go. Gavin Michaels going to check in for for Jaden Kemmerly. Right now looking at a 10-4 advantage in the third quarter for North Medford. Egbert gets it, attacks, goes to the rim, draws the defense, and finds Preston Sprague to be able to give it off for an easy lay-in. Quickly up the other direction. North loves to speed down the floor. Attacking, Patterson kicks out. Ray an open look at a three and knocks it down. His first three of the night.
Liam Ray.
It is a 23-point game. Harrison Scott out near midcourt. Sends it left side to Frabel. Frabel tries to push a pass. It gets tipped. Tuivanu Robinson will leak out and lay it in. 59-34. Scott harassed. Rifles a pass across the floor. Frabel attacking. Gets around and through the defense. And Tristan Frabel goes to the iron and lays it down. Far corner, head fake. One dribble, gives it to Ray. And he will go right at Preston Sprague. Liam Ray went right at Preston Sprague. And Sprague does commit the foul. They put only one foul up on the board for him, but I'm pretty sure that's his second. Liam Ray at the line once again here in this third quarter. His first one doesn't go down. Substitutions coming for both sides. Trey Brown will go in for Tristan Frabel. So Brown in for the first time here tonight. Also, Quinn Scott came into the game. Second free throw goes down for Ray. 60-36, nearing the midway point of the third quarter. Another turnover. Up the floor, Brian Nunez glides to the rim, and with the left hand, Nunez puts another one in.
Basket by Brian Nunez.
Harrison Scott left side retreating out. Gavin Michael has an open look. His three rims off underneath, fighting for the board. Gannon Egbert was going to toe-to-toe with Quinn Scott. And Egbert the last to touch it as the ball goes out of bounds. 3:51 to go. It's 62-36. Doubled up. North Medford running away with it. On the far side, Demarius Harris. They work it around the perimeter. Harris gets free on the backside and waits for the defense to clear before he lays it in. Trying to pass it up the floor to Egbert. He gets collided with the whistle. Marcus Lobo will check in for Roseburg. Gannon Egbert, a little bit of a limp after the collision, will head to the bench. So you've got Trey Brown, Marcus Lobo, Harrison Scott, Preston Sprague, and Gavin Michael on the floor. 2 starters, 3 off the bench. And a whistle. Quinn Scott going to draw a foul here. Scott will pick up his foul, shakes his head. His first. Lobo will inbound from the baseline, and a whistle. Trey Brown whistled for the offensive moving screen. So Roseburg will give it back to North Medford with 3:22 to go in the third. Tuivanu Robinson jogs towards the midcourt stripe. Will send it away left side for Quinn Scott into the corner. Tuivanu Robinson back to Scott out at the top. 3:07 to go third. Driving in. Scott loses the handle. It was knocked out of his hands and across the baseline. Black Tornado retained possession, inbounding from their own baseline. Tonight's ball game brought to you by Waldron's Outdoor Sports as the inbound goes to Demarius Harris. Sends it back to Ray. Ray attacking, gets a lot of attention, and he gets hit as he goes up in the act of shooting. They call that one on Trey Brown, his second. Back to the line goes Ray. He is already 4 for 6 at the stripe. Waldron's Outdoor Sports, hunting season and fishing season, they're both right around the corner. They'll be here before you know it. And if you're thinking, boy, that means I could use some new gear, well, guess what? They've got you covered. That is Waldron's Outdoor Sports. Check them out. They're at a new location, 450 Northeast Stevens in Roseburg. 1 out of 2 at the line for Ray. 65-36. Still a full court press by North Medford, and they'll pick off another one. Here goes Ray for another dunk.
Liam Ray.
Launching a 3, Harrison Scott. It rims out. It was halfway down the cylinder. Out to a 3 for Lobo, no. Offensive board, a third attempt. Preston Sprague will get one to go down. Left side, a 3. It falls out. Tipped out of bounds by North Medford off the miss by Quinn Scott. 2:23 to go here in the third quarter. Jackson Zimmer comes into the game. And Brady Patterson, I believe, checked back in as well. Nunez and Tuivanu Robinson both come out of the game. North continues to press. They try to trap out near midcourt. Driving in goes Harrison Scott, makes the extra pass and finds Preston Sprague, who is having a pretty big night. 67-40. Up the floor, the ball tipped around, somehow ended up in the hands of Jackson Zimmer. And as he spins to the rim, tries to scoop a shot up, gets hit across the wrist, and he'll get a chance to go to the free throw line. That foul called against Harrison Scott for his second. Let's see here. Preston Sprague, his season high is 16. He had 10 at halftime as Zimmer is short on the front end of his free throw. I have Preston Sprague down at 18 points by my tally. That would be a season high for the junior. Another shot coming here for Zimmer at the free throw line. Looks short. It is. Goes right down into the hands of Ray, who gets hit trying to go back up, and Preston Sprague is going to pick up another foul.
Foul number 11, Preston Sprague.
So back to the free throw line for Liam Ray. He's already been there 3 times in this period. He hits the front end of these 2 free throws. Back to a 28 game. Parker Rogers is going to check into the game. We have not seen him out on the floor for a while. Parker Rogers didn't play in the last game. Had 2 points in the last meeting against North Medford. Second free throw goes down for Ray. 69-40. At midcourt. Bounce pass. Missed its mark. Up the floor. Demarius Harris lays it in. 71-40. Back to a 31-point game, matching the largest lead. Trey Brown lost his handle, taken away by Harris, and then commits the foul. And that is 5 fouls against Roseburg. Into the bonuses, North Medford, and we walk the other direction. So the Black Tornado getting a couple of free throws here, and the first one, I think, had a lane violation, so I think we're going to get another 2. And Harris will make the most of it. He hits the front end now. Second attempt rattles around, dancing on the iron before it falls through. And it's a 33-point game. Continuing to press in the backcourt is North, and they will pick off another one. And try to lob it up to the rim. It is knocked away by Brown, but North Medford will fight to get it back, and they will get another 2. Liam Ray on that one. 3 on the other side. Harrison Scott, it's off the back iron. Race into the corner. Picked up by Patterson. North Medford pushing up the floor. Open look for Quinn Scott. He gets another one. 77. That was the point total North Medford had against Roseburg the first time. They've hit it here in the third quarter with 62 seconds to play. Season high is 81 for North Medford. They are going to have an opportunity to get that here in this one tonight. Trey Brown will receive the basketball in the backcourt, brings it across the timeline, facing a double team. Jump pass to Lobo out at the top. Lobo retreats, down to 52 seconds to go in the third quarter. He weaves around everybody, gets to the rim, throws up a shot. It's no good. Gavin Michael there for the offensive board. He gets hacked in the process. Will draw a whistle. Foul goes against Brady Patterson. That is the 4th on Patterson. Gavin Michael at the line. Michael, the junior, misses the front end of his opportunity. Last game had 4 points for Roseburg against Willamette. Also last game against North Medford had 4 points. He comes in averaging 2.8 a game. Second free throw no good. Stays a 37-point lead for the Black Tornado. Hesitation dribble, jump stop on the right block. Pass tipped out of bounds. North Medford will keep it on their side of the floor. Or not. Yeah, they're going to flip that. Roseburg got the basketball, and we're like, well, if you're going to give it to us, we'll take it. But they quickly caught that. And North Medford will get it back. Inbound goes to Ray. He almost lost it. Finds a cutter. Quinn Scott lays it in. Scott with 4 points in the ball game. 79-40. Liam Ray and Jackson Zimmer, the only starters still out there for North Medford. Harrison Scott, a pull-up jumper from the baseline. Lob up the floor to Zimmer. He goes to the rim and lays it in. North Medford has tied their season high at 81. Harrison Scott dribbling away from pressure, trying to launch the final shot of the third quarter. He does. It's a 3 that's just a bit short, and we'll head to the final period after this 1-minute timeout on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Upcoming games for the Indians on the 17th, next Tuesday. They play South Medford, the Panthers here at home.
Back here for the start of the fourth quarter. North Medford with the basketball, leading comfortably. We'll have a running clock here in the fourth quarter. Driving in, Brady Patterson is in the game. Following up after the miss, Cayman Ragu will get a putback bucket and a second chance too. Harrison Scott racing up the floor, attacks from the left side. The lay-in doesn't want to fall. Preston Sprague will fight for the rebound, and a jump ball call will favor Roseburg on the possession arrow. It'll be. North Medford started with the basketball, so it should be Roseburg. Now it'll go back to North Medford on the possession arrow. So the Indians do get it on the baseline. And the lob in. Lobo, Brown, Sprague, Rogers, and Scott on the floor for the Indians. 1 minute ticked away, and Marcus Lobo passes the sideline. Harrison Scott was out there. He cut to the rim. Lobo wasn't expecting it, and it goes into the front row of the stands. 83-42. Driving left side, Tuivanu Robinson gives it up to Quinn Scott for a three in the corner. Rebound pulled down by Harris. Out to the top, driving in. Patterson lost it, goes out of bounds off his leg. And that'll be Roseburg basketball. Checking into the game will be Griffin Carr, a senior. Brady Patterson will check out. Scott will bring it up the floor. Crossover to his right hand. Deep three. Nope, too long. Fight for it. And pulling down the board is Marcus Lobo. Angles to the right elbow. Spin move. Head fake. Out to Parker Rogers. Jump pass to the near corner. A three by Brown. Too long. A rebound. Offensive attempt by Scott. Now Sprague will get it. And Preston Sprague adds to his season high. He's up to 20 points in the ball game. Roseburg trailing 84-44. Driving baseline. Scott kicks out to Carr. Carr gives it up to Harris. Bounce it to the right baseline. A long two off the mark by Scott. Here comes Harrison Scott for Roseburg. Euro step, floater, it rolls out. The runner does not go down. Up the floor, Tuivanu Robinson. Lob it across the floor to Harris, who sends it right back to Tuivanu Robinson. And he will get another two. 85-44, a new season high here for the Black Tornado. Bounce from the right side, a ball knocked up. Brown will get it back, try to make a no-look pass to Harrison Scott in the corner, and it goes right out of bounds. Tristan Frabel is going to check into the game for the Indians. And Harrison Scott will head to the bench. The game just keeps moving with the running clock. I guess they're just going to do whatever. There was no whistle, no waiting for a player to go off the floor. Up the floor, here goes Preston Sprague. He will lay down a two-hand dunk. Maybe could have gotten teed for hanging on the rim, but they're letting things go right now. A three by Scott, no good. Down to 4:12 to go. 4:08. And a whistle. They're going to get the sub in. This will be a JV swing player getting a chance to come in. I don't have his name on me. I'll be able to check that out at some point. Cortez, I believe, is what I heard announced. And we get some more guys that are going to be JV swing guys. Driving in. Oh, Parker Rogers. He gets two with a circus shot. For 85-48, entry pass underneath is out of bounds off of North Medford. Jake Chartier will check into the game. Also get another JV swing guy for North Medford coming in. Preston Sprague will check out of the game. He's got 22 on the night. Congratulations to him on a new season high. So you've got Brown, Lobo, Rogers, Chartier, and Frable out there for Roseburg. Frable driving in, gets a whistle. We'll stop play.
I'd like to say thank you tonight for regular season.
Tristan Frable heading to the free throw line. His front end is no good. Want to say thanks to Evergreen Family Medicine. Expect the unexpected at Evergreen Family Medicine, serving Roseburg, Myrtle Creek, and Sutherland. Evergreen offers more than traditional primary care. You can always expect more from Evergreen. Another free throw. This one goes down for Frable. 85-49. Far pass, a three off the mark as the North Medford team wanting these JV swing guys to get in the scorebook. Entry pass underneath. Chartier swats at the pass. Doesn't go swats at the shot, unable to get any piece of it. And I believe that's Cortez was his name. Gets one to go down. Frable will get a pull-up jumper to fall. 87-50. And a ball taken away by Frable. Underneath, we're down to 2:10 to go. Angling right side. Frable throws it up. It's too strong underneath. Chartier had it, knocked out of his hands. It'll stay with Roseburg. A three goes down for Marcus Lobo.
Marcus Lobo for three.
A three on the other side to answer is off the mark for Griffin Carr, and then we get a whistle. A foul called against Parker Rogers. Oh, no, excuse me. They called that on Cortez for North Medford. Driving in, Frable gets to the rim and will bank one in. Frable getting points up on the board. On the other side, couple of looks here, and finally getting one to go in is Tuivanu Robinson. 89-55. 56, according to the scoreboard. Oh, I think I missed I shorted him a point on a three. Ball knocked out of bounds by Ragu. On a shot attempt by Frable, they do stop the clock for the free throws. Frable drawing another trip to the free throw line. He went 1 for 2 on his last one. First one goes down. Frable will have another one here. Tristan Frable having a good night. Not quite season high, but he does get another one to go down. Down to the final 52 seconds. And another whistle. Inbound from the baseline for Tuivanu Robinson. Back out to him, a three. Grazes the rim, saved back in by Carr. It goes to Frable. He'll send it up the floor and in and out of the hands for Jake Chartier. 16 seconds to go in this one. It's all done but the final horn here. And North Medford looked like they were going to just dribble out the clock, but they take advantage of Roseburg standing around. And your final score is going to be 91-58 as this wraps up. We will wrap it all up in the postgame show after this 2-minute timeout. Make that a 3-minute timeout here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
When it comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth Management today. Financial security allows you the freedom to take stock of what's important and build lasting bonds. We share your goals. Trust Palm Wealth Management to consolidate your investments and generate income for those who need you most. Call Palm Wealth Management today. Financial security allows you the freedom to take stock of what's important and build lasting bonds. We share your goals. Trust Palm Wealth Management to consolidate your investments and generate income for those who need you most. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Douglas County is your home.
But no matter where life takes you, Cascade Community Credit Union will be there whenever you need us.
We'll be there with access to over 30,000 no-fee ATMs worldwide.
We'll be there with an auto loan for your next vehicle.
And when you're ready to make your dreams a reality, we'll be there with a home mortgage and one-on-one support every step of the way. Because commitment to our members is reflected in everything we do. Cascade Community Credit Union, there whenever you need us.
When it comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Back here at Roseburg High School. Let's go ahead and pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Roseburg basketball on the Score. Final score in this one, 91-58. North Medford will go to 5-15 on the year, 3-5 in conference play. Roseburg falls to 0-21, 0-9 in conference. 91-58, again, the final score for the visiting team. The North Medford Black Tornado leading scorer with 28, Liam Ray, 17 for Brian Nunez. Let's see here, 10 points for Tui Vanu Robinson in this one. And those were the leaders for North Medford. For Roseburg, leading scorer with 22, Preston Sprague, a new season high for him. 13 in this one for Tristan Frabel, 8 points for Harrison Scott. Your leading scorers for the Roseburg Indians tonight. Marcus Lobo with 3, Jaden Kemmerly with 8. 2 points for Gannon Egbert and 2 points for Parker Rogers for the Indians as well. Well, that is not the way Roseburg was hoping that this one might go here tonight. And first quarter was competitive, but it just kind of started to slip away. Second quarter, North Medford outscores Roseburg 25-11. Then they put the hurting on with a 37-14 advantage in the third quarter, and it was pretty much over at that point in time. So the Roseburg Indians fall once again, and they will now turn the page as they get a week off. They will be back to action next Tuesday. They will host South Medford here at Robertson Memorial Gymnasium. For North Medford, their next game will be on Friday night when they head to the Purple Pit to take on the South Eugene Axe. Roseburg, 3 games left to go on the season. We'll see what is in store for us here coming up. Want to say thanks to the North Medford Black Tornado for making the trip up here tonight. Want to say thanks to Athletic Director Adam Blue, Head Coach Brett Nixon, and the entire Roseburg basketball program for allowing us to bring you another season of Roseburg basketball here on The Score. Want to say thanks to Britton Cranford back in the studio running the radio production for us here tonight. And as always, a thanks to you, the fan, for tuning in for tonight's broadcast because, of course, without you, I'm just a guy sitting here talking to myself. Tonight's game has been brought to you by Roseburg Country Club, established in 1922, offering an 18-hole course with excellent year-round playability. Find out more at roseburgcountryclub.com. And by Dr. Alanson Randall. We'll be back on the air 1 week from today when Roseburg is hosting South Medford. The game is scheduled to start at 6:45. We'll be on the air at about 6:30. You can find the action streaming live online at 541radio.com and on the 1490 The Score YouTube channel, or you can always find Roseburg High Sports right here on Douglas County's home